Hey friends, happy Monday, 4/22. I am looking very pasty. Let's fix that. There. Now we're all the same height. Oh man. I don't remember how to do any of this because it's been so long since I've streamed. I don't actually remember what the last day I streamed was. I think we can look at it. It is really good to see all of you. Mr. V, sorry the redeems didn't work. Lucian, good to see you again. Welcome back. Purblind, thank you. I missed you as well. Man, I want to say I'm doing better. But I can't. It's just kind of dumb. Rundown. We'll get the health stuff out of the way quick. Had the not heart attack several weeks ago. Had the dental emergency periodontal surgery. Stitches came out. Things were going better with the heart. They still are. Heart's doing good. Went to Nashville to stay with Buns while my wife was in France. While I was in Nashville, we'll talk a lot about Nashville because it was awesome. It was a great date. While I was in Nashville, I started to notice that there was right here, in between the teeth, that there was gums receding downward into a pit. Here in about 2 hours, 3 hours, I've got an appointment to have that looked at. Kind of hey, this isn't right. So they got me in in short notice. I called on Friday or something to get in as fast as possible to see what's going on there. So that's happening today. I'm pretty concerned about it. Hopefully, I guess hopefully it's nothing to be worried about, that it's just the shape of my gums now. But it does seem like the surgery site is losing gums around it, and it's receding into the root area or something. I don't know. It's really hard to get a look at your own mouth using ultra bright LEDs and mirrors. So we're gonna see what comes of that. Yesterday I had a follow-up with I had a primary visit that was good. While they were pulling blood, I had them test for anything that they wanted to because they were taking blood. So got all those results back. Things look healthy. Things are great. Good. That's awesome. I had a follow-up with the cardiac doctor. The fuck is this title? It doesn't matter. Anyways, the heart doc, the one that saw me in the emergency room. They did an EKG. That's why I was there. Things look good. They seem to be healing. So what they're saying is all the pills they have me on for the cardiac event and whatnot. I'm gonna be on those for 3 more months at least. And then we'll have a follow-up in 3 months. We'll do another EKG. So that's where I'm at with that. It's good. It's good. Things aren't worse. I don't have to be on more pills at the moment, I guess. But it's also I was kind of hoping to not be on this mountain of fucking pills for much longer. I don't... Except for the one side effect that is really bothering me and always does with pills is heat intolerance. Especially I spent Nashville was not cool. It was pretty fucking warm there, and I was suffering a bit, especially with Buns needing it to be 75, 80 degrees in the house all the time. So that was rough, but survivable. I'm very much a run the air conditioner all year round because of pill side effects. The antidepressant I was on for a long time would just cause hot flashes if I felt warm at all. That feeling you get right before you just start pouring sweat out of every hole in your body. Yeah, the glass stuff's moving in the mostly right direction. Thank you, yeah. Mr. V says last week you had to health scare yourself for a few minutes. You were afraid your foot was going to explode. Or at least require 2 months of complete rest. Jesus. So it swelled up? Is what I'm gathering from that statement? That sucks, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I'm over the health stuff. Well, there's more to it. So while in France, my wife got sick. And now I feel it. I feel it. So I think, got her from the airport, kissed her, caught the fucking cold, Just, that's how that works. You don't see your wife for 10 days, you don't not kiss her, right? Oh. So, if my voice, if you've been around a while, my voice sounds weird right now. I'm hoping that it's just fucking allergies. It's not, though. Just feeling off. Which is one of the reasons I wanted to do this stream today, because I don't know what's coming next. Whether I'm just like over some allergies in a couple days, or I'm really sick again. And stressing my heart even more, which is one of the things that put us on this whole path, was getting sick and having an infection at the same time is what messed up my heart. So, I'm disappointed. I'm upset by it. I do have exactly 9 days? Yeah, 9 days before I have to travel again. So my body has exactly 9 days to fuck off with the being sick part. Because me and Bun Buns are going up to New Jersey and Pennsylvania to watch some bands play. Big like metal goth festival called Dark Force Fest. And then one of her favorite bands is like headlining there, which is Orgy. And then they're also playing like a smaller show in Allenton, Pennsylvania. So we're gonna follow them up there while we're there, just because it's the next night. We're gonna do a couple cool things while we're there, besides all of that. Yeah, from my understanding, we're going to be hanging out with the band Orgy because she's really close to them. Which is neat. I've never met them. But we're also going to be, when we land, which is like stupid o'clock in the morning, I'm doing a red eye out there. It's really expensive to fly into Newark. Like, thousands of dollars. It's fucking stupid. But I'm getting in at like 5 a.m. We can't get to our Airbnb till like 1 to 3 o'clock. So we're going to go into Long Island area and basically spend the whole day with Lady Gamega, another streamer. When we're going between concerts, we're gonna go hang out for brunch with Hesh Ballantyne, also another streamer who hasn't streamed much lately, but I saw him go live in the last month, which is nice. But we're gonna go have brunch with him on the way from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. Yeah. So 2 streamers we're gonna hang out with. I've never met Hesh Ballantyne before. LGG I hang out with all the time. Like, she comes here. I haven't actually gone to her side of the country. She's been here like 4 times at this point. Hey, Bun Buns. So we're gonna be doing that, assuming I'm not like dying of some kind of exotic fucking French sickness. It is really fucking dusty in this room. Like, the dust really did settle. I keep seeing little dust bunnies like all in front of the camera. So that's the fun, exciting stuff, and the medical stuff. I really hope that disappointment I had today is like, oh, it's fine. It'll be fine. Or they're like, I'm not permitted to die before you see me again. See, I'm not sure if that means before you see me again, or before you get to, like, show me off at DFF. Hard to read there, Buns. So I'm hoping that this stuff resolves. I'm glad the heart thing is going well. What else was I gonna talk about? There's so much to talk about, it really is. So yeah, Nashville. I have been gone for like a week and a half. Well, I'm not permitted to die, period. Okay, well, I'm glad we resolved that, Bun Buns. So I went and stayed with Bun Buns in Nashville for a week. Over a week, actually, and it was wonderful. It was beautiful. That is a really neat city. We did lots of cool things that... Well, she had all these surprises. It's kind of funny. Because she wouldn't tell me what the plans were most nights. It was just like, we have a date, we're going to do this thing. I have no fucking idea what it is, so I'm just getting in the car and going with all of the stress and anxiety that comes with a person that likes knowing the plan. We did lots of really cool things. We went to, there's a Parthenon there, like the one in Greece or wherever. Like a replica made in the 18 whatevers that, I'm trying to remember details. It was a lot. It was a lot to take in a week. But it was reconstructed for basically their centennial fair, out of like styrofoam and plywood. A good sport about it. And then they were like, no, we're going to tear down all this other stuff and keep this one thing. So they reconstructed it in like the 1920s or whatever, and it's really fucking cool. It's like big museum inside, a statue of Athena. I'm just not a good person to retain historical information. It was neat, and if y'all get the chance to go to Nashville, you should definitely look at it. So we spent a day at the park there. We also like walked across the street to one of the oldest dive bars in Nashville, maybe the oldest, and we watched some people do open mic night. It was fine. There was like 6 drink options. They were all shit. So I got like a twisted tea, and the whole bar like smelled like cigarette smoke, armpits, and bathrooms. Like that's dive bar. You know the place I'm talking about. You've all been in one, whether on purpose or not. We also got some like Dippin' Dots ice cream and walked around the park, basically. Another night, we went to a science museum that was doing this auditory hellscape of like a composer had put together some visuals and music to do like this journey through life, and it was cool. I don't think either of us were like walked away being like that's the best thing we ever saw, because it very much had this very disconnected feeling. Like instead of being, it was a big dome, and it was like multiple projectors that like made this big half circle, and you all sat there reclined looking up at the ceiling. And there were no seats in the whole place that looked at the center of it. So you're doing this, like you're laying back and you're like looking around and trying to figure it out. It needed continuity. Yeah, let's get into that. So it, instead of being like, here's a journey through the solar system, we're going from one planet to the other, it was like, here's like us leaving Earth, and then a screen wipe into like music visualizers. And then here's this guy like standing here like this, blowing a little like dandelion effect through some other place in like raster lines. And it just kept changing the visual style. That was kind of the thing, is it changed the visual style so much. Like there was no continuity in the visuals. Most of the music was pretty good. But like from the perspective of somebody that thoroughly enjoys audio-visual experiences, like most gamers do, it was a kind of frustrating 45 minutes. Waiting for, like, and then at the end, so the show would just be kind of, like, interrupted, like, you'd be zenning out to the music. It was called Beautifica, by the way, if you want to look it up. You just get, like, this, like, makeup, like a makeup announcer voice being like, a Beautifica. Revlon. Like, it was just weird. And then at the end, it was like, well, we're all gonna join hands and go forth and be kind to everyone. And I'm just like, you could have just left it at the music. I don't know. It was neat. I'm not saying it was a bad experience, but it needed some things, for sure. Trying to remember as far as continuity goes. What do we do after that? I went to a comedy show. We went to a comedy club, and I believe that's the first time I've ever been to a comedy show. I can't remember if I have or not. And I think at some point I've watched enough stand-ups that I may have like Mandela'd myself into being at a comedy club once. I really don't remember. Had kind of a long life at 40. I know I've been in comedy club venues, but I don't know if I've ever been there to watch like comedic. Yeah, we went to Love Circle too, the store, and then Zanies. Which one? Oh, Zanies was the comic club. Yeah. Yeah, so we went to like the highest point in Nashville that overlooked the city, and it was really fucking cool. There was so many people up there, like, even on a freezing cold night, there was just, like, people out on blankets looking out over the lights of the city. It was a good night for it, except that it was cold. It was cold that night. We did that. We went and hung out with Kate's horse. As y'all know, she's a horse person. So I met Roxanne, her horse, which is the first time I've been around a horse. They are much larger when you're inside the fence with them. Like, kind of scary. Big, strong animals. I feel like I made good friends with her horse. Me and Roxanne got along pretty good. I got to, like, brush and help groom a little bit. But mostly just, like, hold the lead and walk her around a little bit and redirect her, which it's a lot of effort to be like, come over here. But I did at one point, like, the second time I was around Roxanne, I was like, we're going to go over here to this really tall grass. I know what you want. So I walked Roxanne over to this tall grass, and, like, you know, upon seeing the tall grass and, like, getting a couple mouthfuls, the horse started, like, just took its whole head and started nuzzling me until I had bruises everywhere, which I think, yeah, which I am told by Bun Buns that that's considered a hug from a horse. It was really sweet, so I reached out and, like, grabbed the other side of his face, was petting her face and whatnot. That was big. That was a big moment. I really liked that. As far as I understand, this horse is pretty standoffish. I also, like, as soon as I got to Bun Bun's house the first night, like, immediately hopped in the bunny pen and made best friends with, like, the shyest of the two rabbits she has. So that was nice. Oh, what am I forgetting? What other things should I point out, Bun Buns? What do you want me to mention? We did so much. We ate a lot of amazing food. A lot of really good vegan food. I went to a couple brew pubs. Bun Buns doesn't drink, so I had to drag her out to those. Because I wanted to experience some Nashville local beer. This song is not what we were looking for there. Okay. Oh. And as soon as I, like, go live, my neck and shoulders gets tight. It was... The Buns immediately accepted me, even, especially Rooney. Yeah. Man, my throat is not happy with me today. Oh yeah, we went to the game terminal. So we went to this barcade, this arcade that had lots of... Yo, so we go into this arcade, pinballs, and the pinballs were the only thing there that cost money. Everything else was free, so all of the arcade machines were free. And they had Major Havok and Tempest next to each other. I could have spent the whole fucking night there. Oh yeah, and we played full-size Jenga, or like it was like half-size Jenga. Because like there's the little Jenga, and then there's like real 2x4s, and these were like 1x3s. They were, I don't know, or 1x2s. Like they weren't full 2x4s. And it was pretty adorable. There's video on the Discord. It's actually on the YouTube, but it's on the Discord as well. Of me, like probably like 5 or 6 minutes of this one game that me and her played of Jenga. It beat me at Connect 4. See, just the bragger. You saw it pop up on YouTube? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Also, that's your first chance to really get to meet Bun Buns, who is a delightful person. I think we're all better for having her in our lives. But yeah, watching her play Connect 4 has been one of my favorite things in that video. Jenga that size does not belong on the table. Yeah, somebody else commented on my YouTube saying that. Somebody else commented on my YouTube saying that. But really, it's fine. It's just that Bun Buns is like 5'4". But that's part of like one of my favorite parts of watching the video is watching her trying to get it up top. Which was delightful for me. Especially the point is like, if I help and knock it over, I win. Hey Kinnikos, welcome back. How am I feeling? Apprehensive. It'll be fine. Probably. I don't know. We'll find out in a few hours. So yeah, we did a walking tour of downtown Nashville. I took two Mavicas with me. I took the one with the 20 times optical zoom, and I took my favorite one, which is the MFC 95, I think. And we got lots of really cool pictures. Lots of really cool pictures. If you remember, Nashville was one of the vacations I was going to take that was for the save and raid incentive to get a floppy disk postcard, or also get some printouts. So I've got to work on that. There are 113 or 117 photos I took. I've got to sort that down to 10. Got to find the 10 best ones, because that's all you can fit on a floppy disk at 1024/768. But I got some really cool pictures in downtown. Really cool pictures of Parthenon. Really cool pictures in Printer's Alley. Yeah, learned all about the bombing that happened there, which neither me or my wife knew about, interestingly. I got one picture of, like, a little bit of damage from the bombing, but it was, like, from across the street behind a barricade. It's just, I don't know. That one's not gonna make the final cut, but I may post them all in Discord. I actually got a decent amount of pictures of, like, Bun Buns walking, funnily enough. Some of those are my favorite shots. But when I get this all sorted, I'll take, because we have a Mavica channel, like a Mavica bonus for channel subscribers in my Discord, which I will upload them there probably. Maybe all of them there, and then share some of my, like, absolute favorites we'll put out in public somewhere. I did also post a bunch of pictures in the Discord from the trip, during the trip, which I can share here. Give me a minute. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll just go through all the pictures. How about that? Any objections? Open in browser. Alright, here we go. So here's me and Bun Buns. Yeah, I'll get into Joey McIntyre because I got pictures. So that's like on the other side of the water, and there's I almost called it Atlanta. There's Nashville on the other side. This was at a rooftop bar that we found after walking around downtown. It was pretty delightful. It was hot that day. I was kind of suffering a bit. This was up at Lover's Circle. Yeah, I'm just showing you all the cute pictures first. So this is like this place that's a high elevation, and then there's the city in the background. Here's me with Roxanne the horse. See, we became pretty okay friends. There's also the shirt that I got after hiking up the mountain in Atlanta a month previous with Bun Buns, which was my first, like, mountain climb since my back injury, like, 15 years ago. So I got lots of... Whoops. I don't like the way that Discord is doing photos now, but it's like a few extra clicks. To, like, get them displayed in a browser. But yeah, hanging out with the horse was a lot of fun. I'm sad we only got to do that twice. This is something, because Bun Buns is actually moving out here next year. So we're going to be seeing a whole lot more of her in the years to come. But one of the things that she's doing after she gets out here is going to be getting a new horse, because this one, Roxanne, is retired. So there's no more riding Roxanne, no more jumping, no more showing. And she's going to be looking at getting a new horse out here in Vancouver. So I'm really excited to be part of that journey with her. Even if I may never ride a horse, it's still something I'm tempting myself with. It's just going to depend on where my back's at. But I really do love the animals. I mean, I love animals in general. Here, look at this derp. Look at this derp. Like, holding one horse, this other one's like, I have a tongue. I don't know what to do with it, but I have one. This is me trying to, like, hold a horse, hold my bag, hold the Mavica with the wide-angle lens, and pet this other horse that just keeps, like, facing me in the shoulder. Also, here's the bunnies. There you go. There's the bunnies. This is out in front of Bun Bun's house. The Mavicas went everywhere with me. Here's my dumb ass at a brew pub having an experience. You're welcome. I have no idea why I made that face. Alright, here's me playing Galga at that barcade I was talking about. Yeah, I do. That was actually in Birmingham with the singer of my old band. Yeah, this is a good picture. I like this picture. In all fairness, this wouldn't be a terrible, like, Twitch avatar picture. This one has that very, like, the fuck are you doing face. I don't like this one as much as the other one. Excuse me, I was playing Galaxian next to the Galga machine. Here's like an apple hanging out somewhere in France because she was on a different vacation than me. Somewhere also in France. She said she only put a few pictures in Discord, but there's so many pictures. Like, it's just beautiful things in France. Like, here's this olive bar. Apparently, I'm so jealous of this. This looks amazing. All these olive salads or whatever's going on here. Clams, mussels, oysters, just... Here is me and Bun Buns at the Joey McIntyre concert. If you don't know Joey McIntyre, he is the youngest New Kids on the Block. So the newest New Kids on the Block. I think there's actually here you go. There's a close-up image. It was a fun show. I don't know any of the New Kids on the Block music. I don't know any of his music, but I went anyways. And it was a really enjoyable show. Bun Buns and her friend, I think I have a picture of all three of us here. We all hung out. They were into the music. I was also into the music, but I didn't know anything about it. So this is the three of us. It was a delightful night. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I've talked about this before. But when we were in Atlanta, me and Bun Buns got a tattoo together. This is what it looks like healed and together. It's that weird line on my hands. It actually does a thing. But yeah, I think that's all the pictures that I really have loaded up. Find this button. There we go. This camera just seems so... like I might need to clean it. It seems grimy. It doesn't look grimy. The glass looks clean. The synthwave track they put out a few years ago, that was a fun one. See, there was a couple songs that I heard that I was like, ooh, I like this. But I don't know what they were called. And I'm gonna have to go find them. But it was a really entertaining show. Like, at one point in the very beginning, like, Joey just, like, he's wearing, like, this, like, one-piece worker's outfit and, like, a messenger bag that has a single book in it. And I'm just like, I wonder, just the whole time, I'm like, I wonder what's in the bag. Is it just, like, some bricks to look cool? Like, what the fuck's this guy doing? He pulls out this book of poetry, and then immediately stops everything. He immediately stops everything, and then, like, tells this, like, just, the first poem he does is, like, an ode to truckers being on the road. The fuck? I was laughing so hard while that was happening. And I guess, like, I think it was a collection of different poets, but, like, there was also Robert Frost. Who, that's a name I should know, I guess. Maybe a famous poet? I don't know. Not a thing that I retain, I'll be honest. What else did I forget? There was so much. Like, it was 10 days. We did a lot. We did a lot. We met up with a couple of her friends. That was a lot of fun. Other than the concert. I think I got all the really big things. There was a lot of really cool things, but I think probably, like, one of my biggest highlights was hanging out with the horse. I'll be honest. Like, I've been excited to hang out with Bun Bun's horse for months and months. So, I think that was probably my biggest highlight. The other stuff was really awesome, though. Yeah. So now I'm back. I'm back for 9 days. You know, walked around the neighborhood, had a nice nighttime walk. Yeah. Had, like, a really weird deja vu event during that walk, too. Like, we walked under, like, this buzzing transformer attached to a streetlight, like a streetlight that was just humming very loudly. And I've never been in this neighborhood before, but, like, we just knew that I had been. And I'm like, I don't know, it made my brain do some weird things. Like, I started thinking, like, did I just get a glimpse into, like, an alternate timeline? I did not think of you even once, Loyal to Soil, I'll be honest. And neither would you have. Good to see you, by the way. But yeah, it was just a really weird experience, that buzzing light. I don't know what that sound did to my brain. Good to be here, normally lurk. I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. Hair's looking fire, thank you. I meant to make a phone call to see if I could get it trimmed a little bit earlier today, among all the other things that I need to do this week. I'm just really hoping that, like, I'm not gonna get sick, like fully sick, and we can just get some fucking streams in, because I need that. So here's what we're gonna figure out today. We're gonna figure out what the next bit of streaming looks like. Let me actually, here, we'll just do this. So one thing I need to figure out. Pretty normal, which is good. It does not feel or sound normal to me. And the throat is actively feeling just the slightest bit raw. And swallowing is difficult. All right, here's the first thing I need to figure out. And I'm not going to show this on my screen because I don't know what's actually included until I get there. We know that the collector's edition, the big fucking collector's edition for Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl, or Heart of the Zone. Chernobyl or the Zone? I can't remember now. Is coming in the next couple months. We need to try to figure out when that delivery date is supposed to be. The things that we're working on in extra streams right now are getting through build engine games. We have to play Stalker Call of Pripyat to get us ready for playing Stalker 2. Because then we're caught up, you know, the Stalker 2 came out in September, October, November. I don't remember exactly, but I haven't touched it because I've been waiting for the collector's edition so we can have all the cool trinkets, you know, set up in the back. There's like a rotating artifact, like a maglev artifact in a lamp. Like I really want that before I play the game. So I bought that through Boss Key Productions, maybe? No, Boss Key Productions is Cliff Brzezinski's thing. I'm looking for Final Boss. Final Boss Games? No. Well, goddamn it. Alright, Stalker 2 Collector's Edition. I gotta figure out where the hell I bought it. Not my real birthday. Wasn't far off, though. Yeah, so like this thing. This is the thing I'm waiting for. Is this box, this collector's edition. That's got like a whole bunch of cool stuff in it. All retailers. Dude, I just did this, yo. Whatever. 1990's probably fine. The links will be available to... Okay. They gave us a very small window, like a 3-day window to buy this in America. Final Boss Bundle. Final Boss Bundle. Okay. This is where I bought it. Pre-purchasing acknowledged, yada yada. Notify me when available. Important. Okay. This item is estimated to be ready to ship during the month of April. I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. Is that where we're at? We're in April. Okay. So I have my key. Like, I have the game. I haven't gotten any more information that this thing is ready to ship or getting ready to ship. Except for this on the website. So I think that what we should be working on right now is getting through Call of Pripyat so we can be ready for this, like, the second we know, right? God, I hope this doesn't, like... Well, I guess my wife's gonna be here while I'm in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So, I just really want this to show up while I'm at home and it doesn't get sitting on the porch for a while. Not that I can't call my neighbor to be like, go pick it up. I just hate doing that. But yeah, as soon as we get this and we're finished with Call of Pripyat, we're gonna be getting into the heart of Chernobyl, which, God, I'm so excited about. And I have avoided everything about this game. I don't know anything about it. You know, it won't get hit by big extra fees. I believe this one's shipping from within the United States. It's weirdly called a reprint. I mean, this thing... I don't even want to say how much... Oh, okay, well, there you go. That's how much I paid for it. That and, like, 10% taxes in Washington State. So you can imagine. This thing was, like, pushing the edge of, like, $450. So yeah, don't wanna dive into the game until this is here. Wasn't gonna let it pass up, though. Because they weren't gonna have it available in America at all. They just, until like a week, the week the game came out, they were like, we have a way to sell it in America for like 4 days. So I took advantage of that in the panic moment. Not mad about it. They had a whole bunch of different collector's editions, but this was the big one. But they had like different anomaly box sizes with like different levels of stuff in them, which is kind of cool. Obviously, I'm going to go for the big one with like, this thing I'm really excited about. But there's like a glowing artifact in an artifact container that just like rotates in the cylinder here. I don't know if it uses magnets or what it does. But also this beautiful like stalker action figure. I'm really excited. I hope it's all awesome. Also some cool stalker dog tags. And a backpack that I will probably use like the nerd that I am. Alright, so we know this is allegedly gonna ship this month. So that's what we're banking on. So we're gonna spend our time getting through Call of Pripyat before this. Better than a nerd than a dweeb, though, am I right? Okay! This is gonna get me in trouble. Chat. Question. What is the difference between a nerd, dork, and a dweeb? Curious minds would like that to be totally spelled out. Don't be offensive, whatever you do. But what is the difference? Or are they all the same thing? This is the conversation me and Bun Buns were having. And I don't remember even why we had the conversation. Just that it happened. It's cool to be a nerd. It was never... Bun Buns. It was never not cool to be a nerd. It was always cool to be a nerd. I would know. I always was one. Did you use the word dweeb and you asked what the difference was? Let's GTS that. Let's Google that shit that. Oh, as cool as I was, God. Alright. Difference between soccer anomaly and game. That's not one. Nerd. Dweeb. The main difference between nerd and dweeb lies in their perceived intelligence or social skills. A nerd is generally considered intelligent and knowledgeable, particularly in specific academic or technical fields, while being somewhat socially awkward. A dweeb, on the other hand, is often viewed as both socially inept and possibly lacking in intelligence. I mean... There. There. I think it's what I said. Maybe kinder. Intelligence and special interest. Nerd equals smart in certain special interests. Dork smart with purely intellectual special interest. Dweeb not smart. Oh, poor dweebs. Oh, man. I appreciate that now I suddenly... Nerds generally considered intelligent or knowledgeable. In specific academic... I guess I fall under technical fields, maybe, because it's sure as fucking academic. While still being socially somewhat awkward. Aren't we all happy that we have words like neurodivergent that can cover up the rest of that? Nervous laughter. Yeah, but I'm lazy, Kinnikos, so we're gonna use it. It also is accurate. And a lot better than going here and reading like 8,000 pages of people yelling at each other. So what's a geek? Okay. Well, here. Fine, I guess we're reading the 8,000 page, Legion. What's the difference? In my novel, where the main character is socially awkward, what should I call him? Oh, this is a writer. Interesting, interesting. Nerd, dork, geek, dweeb. Oh, I don't want to read all this. Let's use AI again. See? Nerd and geek. That's what we wanted, right? You often used interchangeably, can have slightly different connotations. Nerd is typically associated with someone who is very intelligent, passionate about academic pursuits, often with a focus of mastering complex knowledge and skills. A geek, on the other hand, is often characterized by an intense enthusiasm for a specific hobby or interest, like technology, science fiction, sometimes with a focus on collecting memorabilia or being among the first to adopt new trends. Oh. I think I just described me. I think I'm a geek and not a nerd. Suck it, social systems. Geek is sexy. Yeah, I think this is definitely me. We literally just looked at a website for a collectible that's still pulled up in my browser. What does that make you? Well, how do you feel like you're described, Bun Buns? You do collect. You have all kinds of cool trinkets that mean a lot to you. And you're also very focused in things like that. This is the point where I offend my girlfriend. That is true. The Geeks Were Right, a line from the song The Geeks Were Right. I don't think I know that one. Who wrote that? And of course they were. The Faint. I'm not gonna play it. Okay. So the plan, because we're off topic again. That's fine. What am I doing here? Old schedule. Okay. Yeah, do y'all remember when I used to do like streams constantly and consistently? This year is not going to be like that. I'm sorry to say. I am sorry to say. It's just not going to be like that. Oof, we got to move all this down again. Jesus Christ. What are we at? It's like we're never gonna get to 1,000 1-hour streams. My plan is to focus on completing some of these long plays, like we did with Life is Strange 2 before I went to Nashville. I think, so in the calendar, here's what I know. I'm getting out my physical calendar because it's easier to use. Alright, so I am leaving late Wednesday night on the 30th here to head to New Jersey for the Goth Festival. And I am going to be getting back on the 5th of May. So, depending on how all that goes, how I feel jet lag, like I'm not getting back till night. Probably won't have a stream until like the 7th, I would say. And I think at that point, I'm just gonna, we can wrap up something. And then let's plan on doing 1-hour streams starting on the 12th again. Yeah? So, as long as I'm feeling well over the next couple days and don't get much sicker, I think we're gonna focus on Call of Pripyat in here. And if we finish that in like 4 days or whatever, which I don't think we will, it's a much shorter soccer game, I think. The line was actually the song title. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. So I think, yeah, we'll work on Call of Pripyat here. If we finish it on like Friday or whatever, we'll hit some Duke Nukem engine games. And then whatever we land on, if I stream on like the 6th this week, the 6th to the 9th, it's gonna be build engine games, unless we have Heart of Chernobyl. If we have Heart of Chernobyl by that point, which is possible, I guess, then we're gonna dive in like the rest of that week. Like we're really gonna play that game. But 1-hour streams, which is what we're gonna work on here in a minute, those are gonna start on the 12th. So we'll have 1-hour streams. Fuck. Okay. This is where it gets messy again. So originally, as of like yesterday morning, the plan was to do 1-hour streams the rest of that month. My wife is going to a wedding in Maine that I wasn't originally planning on going with her to, but now I think I might need to. And that is gonna be leaving on like the 22nd and not getting back until the 28th. This is still kind of up in the air. We're working on those plans currently, which would involve like changing travel arrangements and bookings with her parents, where she was going to be like with her parents sleeping on like a pull-out sofa bed or something. It's like, I'm not doing that, so we get our own room. So we're working on that right now. I don't know yet, but I think we can schedule some 1-hour streams from like the 12th to the 16th. So be thinking about what games you want me to play in that week for 1-hour streams, and we'll schedule those out here in a few minutes. I was really hoping that there would be more. We could probably do... Alright, hang on. I think if we did 1-hour streams the 7th, 8th, 9th, then through the 16th, and then went 19th to 20th. That's 10. That's 10. Maybe we do that. Alright, let's see here. So that's 5, 12. Um, 5, 12. So that'd be 5, 12, and then coming back on May, what did I say, 28? 28. And that puts us in June. Bun Buns, if you're still around. So Bun Buns I did. Yeah, we're gonna look at that. I got them all pulled up here. So Bun Buns is gonna be coming to visit me in Like an Apple in June. I'm gonna be staying here for a while. Well, she looks at like apartments, and we go to Ren Fair, and I think she's even got like a burlesque performance, a tap dancing burlesque performance that she's gonna do at a local place, which is fucking awesome. It's an exciting life we have now. But I need to figure out what week all that is, or when she arrives. I'm still going to be doing streams on the weekdays while she's here, because she's also going to be working, and so is Like an Apple. So it's entirely possible that the majority of June, as far as 1-hour streams go, is going to be completely uninterrupted. Especially if we're doing 1 to 3 hour streams while everybody else is working. We're probably going to see an interruption in extra streams, though. So we could plan out all of June and then just adjust it as needed if we wanted to while we're here. Because I've got about an hour and a half before I need to leave for my appointment, so we can get some work done on this. So let's assume that like me and Like an Apple are getting back on Wednesday the 28th, and we're going to take the 29th and the 30th and decompress from being with her parents. It'd be like going to be somewhere between like June 5th and June 16th. Yeah. So let's say that we would literally start June 1-hour streams on the 2nd. What day did I say we would be leaving? Ooh, you know... This is the part that makes it difficult because I don't know for sure if I'm going on that trip to Maine. So what did I say? The 20th would be the last one? Or maybe June 19th? Well, that sounds like you should, what day is the 19th? June 19th. I mean, having a free day off sure does sound nice. Okay. What was I gonna do? The 21st would be the, okay, so the 20th. So whatever's on the 21st gets moved. Yeah, it's Juneteenth. And then we were gonna put all that back here on June 2nd. So, okay. 4. That's only 8. How did I mess up the math here? Hang on a second. That should be 10. Where have I counted wrong here? So... because this should be up to the 7th. The 20th being the last one. Let's see, we got ads here in a second. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, that's 10, right? Does it tell me that I selected? It does not. Alright. So that would be getting back from Pennsylvania on and streaming on the 7th until the 20th, and that gives me like one day to get ready to leave on the 21st. If we decide to do that. And then back here. So I think we're going to schedule streams for here and then all of June. And then we'll just adjust the... we'll insert games here if I don't go on that trip. Yeah, we'll insert games if I don't go on that trip. I see I got ads here in a couple seconds, so we will get back to this here in a minute.
We will return shortly.
Okay.
Wow. Worth a try. Spread just tipped $1. Oh my god, I have to update my thing because it's obviously broken there. But thank you, I really appreciate that. I've never had a tip before.
Or better, 2080. All right, here we go. Oh, 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 oh. I'm hitting for half. Why am I not hitting him anymore?
Okay, so 5,500 RPM is at 4.8 gallons per hour. Cruising power 3.4 and takeoff power 5.8 per hour. So yeah, it's a lot. Like, I want to fly one of these in real life, man. Like, seriously, this is a light sport, and it's like, oh, there goes the, see, there was the nose pick right there. Darn it, I did it on stream. Now that means I gotta take this off.
How about king crab? That could be a food.
Thank you so much for being here. I feel utterly ridiculous, very fulfilled, extremely happy, and more than a little exhausted. Please enjoy the rest of the Save and Raid. Remember, you do not have to watch every stream. You do not have to donate if you can't afford it. You just being here is enough.
Oh, killed by spikes. I hate spikes. Killed by bats. I hate bats.
Okay. Yeah, you got buffed. Come here. I love my swords.
Open the gates. Hello there. Oh boy! Well, how did that not hit? I don't understand how that did not hit.
I like my PCs hot. Don't read into that. You must walk your PC for max frames. Everyone knows this. Can someone please clip that and show that to Horus? Because BitSmasher, I don't know how he came up with the inside joke that he takes his computer for walks, but we did, and we ran with it, and it became very much a community meme. Like, Highbury's there, like, shall I put it on the wiki? You know, it's that level of memeage, and Shock's already like, you've got to walk it for max frames. Like, sometimes, you know, I'll just ping him on Discord and he's like, sorry, I'm out taking my PC for a walk, do you? And I'm like, no, that's probably why it shits itself running time.
Oh my god.
I know.
Yes. The power of Grayskull. Am I in? Am I in? Okay.
I'll never forget how much he loved Dick. Just Dick, 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 Dick. Yeah, gay sex changed my life.
That's the second time I have put my headphones back into that clip. Not even sure who the streamer is. I follow them, apparently. Alright, welcome back, everybody. Wait a minute. That's the wrong scene. I was like, where'd the music go? Oh, it's keyword savior? Okay. That clip was a lot. Okay. So here's all the stuff that we did not get to in the previous. Let me double check. There isn't more at the top. This is all the stuff that we did not get to that previously got canceled. Which is a lot. Of stuff. Let's move it down here so I can see. Okay. Cool. The 7th, I just got a message from Save about having a meeting with them on Wednesday the 7th. So I don't know. We'll see if we're gonna plan to stream that day because I'll be here. All right, hang on. Anytime after 10. Okay. Let's guess them. Alright. Sorry. Also running business stuff on the side, apparently. Okay. Good. Alright, so, do you guys have any preferences from this list of game of what order we play them in? We'll start with... Well, okay, we got a couple rhythm games. Okay, we're doing all the rhythm games after the Goth Festival. Let's do it. Where is Redacted? I don't know what Redacted is. It's going there, though. Ta-da. Now, normally, so this is May, right? Normally, we'd be... Excuse me. We'd be doing... Mados and playing Windows 3.1 games, but I will not have time to prepare for that. So we're gonna skip that this year. We're gonna skip that this year. I am gonna throw in some older games here, though. Like these guys. There. We've made some schedulings. Yeah, we're just gonna knock out this list of games that it's like whatever. I don't even remember what any of them are. This is a Rita game? Did we actually play that? Also, what is Eden Rising? I don't know where that is. Eden Rising. Okay. Open world multiplayer. Was there somebody I was planning on playing this with? Dan Van Dam had it. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe... I think I stumbled into a list of co-op stuff. Gro's Song of Evertree. I think we actually did that one, didn't we? Or no. It wasn't on Steam if I did. I don't remember this game. Where do I own this? We're gonna have to dig around and figure out where I own this. I had a program called Play Night that should have consolidated all of my games. Or Play Night? What's it called? Play Night, yeah. Alright. Board at any point in the near future. Bun Buns, frankly, if you, me, and Apple, and Sean, or whoever else want to stream board games while you're here, we can definitely do that. I was originally going to do that with Bun Buns, or sorry, Buns, Dragon Gym and Hairball when they came to visit in the very beginning of June, but they've since canceled that trip. So we're not doing that now. There is a... Get it out. Longer boxing segment. There is a board game that I would really like to stream that I think a lot of you would be very interested in. I've never even... Come on. Not that. Do this. Okay. I think a lot of you would be very interested in. Hey, MacLad. That is the Tomb Raider Legends board game, which, honestly, I bought this really excited about it, and I've never even opened it. Never had a chance to play it. This is something I want to stream at some point. And like me and Jalax and Sean have talked about it several times, and like an Apple would play it. It actually reminds me of a funny story. Yeah, I spelled Legends wrong. I know. It's actually kind of funny because while walking around in downtown Nashville, I got stopped by 3 women who were like, I was wearing a Lara Croft shirt, like one of my favorite Lara Croft shirts. And it wasn't even like official merch, like it was kind of like an abstract of Lara Croft with like just color blocks and no real definition. It was kind of surprising, and really surprised Bun Buns, who was like, nobody's gonna know who that is. And they just, as soon as she said that, just boom, 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 right down a row, going across this bridge. Got stopped by like 3 people complimenting my shirt, so that was validating. But also, yeah, here's a Tomb Raider Legends board game. I would like to stream this for several hours. That'd be nice. But yes, board game streams I want to do. We have the space for it. I just need to set up a good camera system. That's going to take a couple days to figure out how I want that to work. But oh man, you know, it just occurred to me like a good way to do it is to have like a quick switch that would rotate the camera. Like we just put an overhead cell phone camera and then just like flip it so like whoever's on each side of the table, it then becomes like right side up for the viewer. But it's gonna be a lot of like the top of people's heads for sure. You're putting the ESET song in Discord for my enjoyment? Perfect, thank you. No, I have not heard of it. I did just renew that yesterday. And cancel my NordVPN because they jumped up $60 for some fucking reason. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, board games I want to do. It's on the plan. More Quadlands I want to do. Oh! Let me dig through my messages real quick. This month. Next month. 18th. May 18th. Me and Sean are going to be tackling more Final Fantasy here together. It'll be our third or fourth session of playing that. We're going to pick up where we left off. I'm going to take the Windows 98 machine, slap it onto the TV again. And we're going to go after that some more. Past the Nightmares of the Chocobo. What a dumb name. I have that. We'll assume that's probably going to be new, and I'll put it on the schedule here in a minute. That's good. That's good. We need another one of those. The other thing that I'm trying to figure out in May, that'll probably happen the weekend before that, but I need to hear back from Wildwood, is me and Alex are gonna hopefully play the other half of Zero Tolerance on the linked Sega Genesis. This Sega Genesis. This is. Because we played the first half of the game, we gotta tackle more of it. I'll also invite our friend Lucifer back, because he was hanging out with us when we did that the first time. Even though it's only a 2-player game. But that's the plan. I'm trying to get all that in May. June, end of June. I would like to have a quad LAN at the end of June. Hey, Sean. I was just saying that we're putting down the date for Final Fantasy here in a minute. I would like to have a quad LAN at the end of the June. Sean, if you're interested in that, I probably, like, honestly, at that point, like, I just want a quad LAN. I was thinking probably you, me, Jalax, and Wildwood. We just all easy get together at the end of June. Play a whole bunch of random games. So I'll start a conversation about that, and then I'll start thinking about people traveling further again in July, August. I know that I'm going to be back in Nashville either in July and August, and that me and Like an Apple have a trip up to northern Washington, up the coast a little bit, to have like a bit of a getaway that we've been planning for a while. This year, like I've said several times, this year there's a lot of travel, and my stream schedule is going to be sporadic. This time next year when... northern Washington. This time next year when Bun Buns lives in the area, I won't be traveling as much, and I'm hoping that next year will just be kind of back to normal with, like, there will still be travel. Like, we're actually looking to go to the Netherlands, for example. And Sicily? I know by the end of the year, we're gonna go to... I've got a lot this year. I've got a lot. Let me run through what's left this year. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, back to Tennessee. Bun Buns is staying with us for a week or more in June. Me and Like an Apple are going to somewhere up the Washington coast, because we always go to the Oregon coast instead of Washington. So we're going to go take the dogs and go spend like 5 days elsewhere. Back to Furnace Fest in the beginning of October. So that'll be a trip to like Nashville and then drive up to Birmingham for that show. Then either the end of October or November, me, Like an Apple, and Bun Buns are going to New Orleans, is the plan. Yep. And then in December, I'm going to go home for the first time in 10 years. I'm going to go to Virginia with Bun Buns and Like an Apple. We're all going to hang out with, like, my parents, Bun Bun's parents. And then from there, I'm going to meet up a bunch of high school friends. And then from there, the three of us are going to go down to Nashville and stay with Bun Buns for a couple days before coming home. So I don't know. I mean, I can tell you right now, that's going to disrupt my involvement in December. Yeah, why did I refer to it as home? It's where I grew up. This is home. Washington, Vancouver is home. Yeah, that was a weird thing that I never do. I also never go back there, so maybe I just haven't given it the thought that it doesn't deserve. But yeah, we're gonna be going back to where I grew up in Virginia. Actually, where Bun Buns grew up too. So my involvement in December towards the end of the month, like I'm still gonna be, working on organizing it and getting it going, and I'll be in the Discord, but like my actual participation in it, like I'm not gonna be streaming while doing those trips. Mountain people. I have considered, like, if I had a gaming laptop or something that could stream, I have considered doing DOS games on the go on the Steam Deck. You know, just taking, like, one of my webcams with me or something. And that's something I've very seriously considered. But frankly, the money's not in a good place with all the travel. It would be a cool, like, you know, on the road, whatever. But I don't think that's very likely. So... But I think that's going to be, like, the very end of December and the beginning of January. And... Bun Buns, we had something in, like, January, February, didn't we? I can't remember. Because the planning stuff for Save and Raid is now happening, like, up through December 1st. Not yet, but we talked about it, right? Like, I'm not making that up? You don't think? I feel like we did talk about that. Because I remember... You'll need to make a trip around. Perfect. Okay, that's what it was. Yes. Okay. Yeah, because we're going to try to have, like, all of the really hard work for Save and Raid done before December 1st this year. The Sicily trip the following year. That's it. Yeah, because we're talking about that. We're talking about Sicily and the Netherlands. Like, 2026, 2027. Of course, that's all going to depend on how the... Yeah. That's all going to depend on how Bun Buns move and all that goes, and like where we're all at with finances. But so you know, Mr. V, I'm going to be coming to your neck of the woods. It's actually going to happen. You going to meet the Godfather in Sicily? Is there such a thing anymore? I'm pretty sure the Godfather moved to like Hoboken. Pretty sure. Yeah, Bun Buns, we all have some pretty big life changes ahead, but Bun Buns have got the biggest one. They're different. It's the Godfather's Godfather back in Sicily, right? Fairy Godfather. Fuck were we doing before I got off? So, yeah, this year and streams is like, I'm doing my best. It's gonna get better next year. But as far as like big events like Quadlands, as many as I can get in, really. But I still think that's gonna be like 1 to 3 this year. Also, the dread of having to rebuild the entire the entire back end of it, that still has to happen. I haven't done that yet. But it's also... They're not terribly hard to organize, but like when travel's involved, everything just gets a little bit more complicated, you know? So I think we're going to get one in the end of June with local favorites. Sean, if you're up for that, just to put you on the spot, it's fine. We should probably also invite, I'll give Lucifer a call. I need to get in touch with him now to figure out. We got to fix our shed door badly. It got taken down in a storm, and it's just kind of like wedged in place. But it needs to get like rehinged and shit. And it's not a one-person job. All right, we were gonna figure out where the fuck Grow Song of Evertree existed in my library. Because all of these should be long. I feel like we did play this one, though. Weird that it's not here. The Rin Fair is June. Beginning of June. Middle of June. Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about that. My life is non-stop right now. I don't know that I actually own this game, Grow Song of Evertree. I don't know why it was on my list. Evertree. Yeah. I'm just gonna delete that one then. It's pretty. You seen this? It's Play Night. Oh, it's on Windows. Oh no! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! I have a note here that Grow Song of Evertree was a gift from Bomber. All right, hold on, hold on. Is there like a key he sent me that I never redeemed? I'm gonna... Bomber gifted to you too. Sounded familiar? Either gonna be Saturday 7th or the 14th, since they have extended hours on Saturday. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna check my Twitch DMs now. He does send me games from time to time. Jesus, I'm gonna have to copy this all out and search. This will be a lot of games, actually. No. No. That's all. Okay. Oh boy. Let's go find the very beginning of this conversation. This guy, man, Bomber has sent me hundreds of keys. Okay. I'm gonna scroll all the way to the bottom again. I think. Down here. Obviously, I'm not sharing my screen on this. Grow. Found it. Now I'm worried that like this is not the only one that I haven't redeemed. Redeem a Steam gift key or wallet code. Okay. Success. Did it work? All right, I now own it. We know it. So this game. Pretty game. Looks peaceful. Looks clunky. Also have Age of Wonders on this list of games that we never got to. But I don't I don't see that I own that on Steam. I have Age of Wonders 3. That's 2014. Okay, that's what it was supposed to be. Okay. Yeah, so I'll toss this one in here too. I'll let you guys watch the trailer while I do that. I'm gonna slap all of these at the end of June. It's a Mac game? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember that too. Alright, so I slapped all those at the end of the month of June. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all the stuff in May on the schedule now. And then really think about what I want to do in the beginning of June. But also, like, leading up to that, like, we haven't finalized our plans of, like, when Bun Buns is here, what we're doing, what PTO she's taking or whatnot. So I'm gonna think further about June here. But we did get pretty much everything off of this list that I wanted to get in there. Frankly, at this point, I'm just gonna erase the rest of this. I still want to do Fractal Mind Mike's games at some point, but like, whatever. I'll probably have it at some point. Bumma needs to get herself together. Yeah. Juggler's Tale. I don't know what Eden Rising was. I think that was like a co-op thing I had planned at some point. Time Lapse Big Box. I don't even know what that was. We know what that is. Sea Wolves. I'm just gonna take it off. Let's see what Juggler's Tale was, though. You guys were shocked. Juggler's Tale. Okay. Fuck it, okay. Juggler's Tale. Did I have that on Steam? I did. – 2019? 21. Same thing. Okay. I don't know what you mean, Kinnikos. I'll just slam that in there. These are all kind of interchangeable. It looks like we're pushing the 1000th 1 hour stream into August. I will bet you that this is going to land on my birthday, like around September 25th or something. Just got a feeling. Just got a feeling. Yeah, I don't know, Kanikos, I don't know what you're seeing. Yeah, I don't know what you were seeing. I'm not anywhere near the top of my resources for anything right now. What? You started getting... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, your setup's kind of odd, so I have no clue. But I got no red, I got no drop frames at all. And not pushing my resources at all. Okay, let's get these in. Am I still on vacation mode? I am. Let's fix that. Vacation mode is now, what, 30th? Can I not set vacation mode for the next month? What does that mean? What's that about? Oh, that's weird. Alright. 29th or 30th? They're having trouble with the Oblivion reveal too? Yeah, I won't call that that, so. Vacation mode on those days. I try to keep up with this, by the way, but... Shit, and not to have that. Mean to have that message there. Okay, save. Add stream. What do we call our Final Fantasy? So this is going to be our 5th stream? Is that right, Sean? Probably our 4th together? Alright, cool. Alright, that's on the schedule now. As soon as Wildwood gets back to me, I am kind of hoping that it's gonna be on... hang on, looking at a different screen now. I'm kind of hoping it's gonna be on the 10th or 11th of May. That's my plan. I'm just gonna send him a nudge. Hey Zarstrom, thank you for the raid, my friend. I gotta show you this because it's kind of funny. Zarstrom was streaming Variety, right? But here, hang on. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Stop with that. It says that Zarstrom was streaming for 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 34 seconds! Oh my god, 1 second earlier and you would have been here with all threes. I find that amusing. Good job. You were so close. So close. So fucking close. No. That's frustrating, isn't it? Thank you so much for the raid. What were you doing in the Retro Variety? V8 tracks? Welcome, man. Good to have you here. We're, oh, I'll say hi. Hi. It's me. Artyom Havok. I do things. That was my intro. We're working on getting some stuff on the schedule after all of the medical stuff and life changes and vacations and whatnot that are still coming, but We're trying to get a little bit of a normal schedule in here. This year's kind of a mess. You were gonna play more? I mean, 3 hours is solid. Yeah. 3 hours is solid, always. Trust me, I'm an expert on how long an hour is. Okay. Alright, let's get some stuff on the schedule. As you're about to see, my 1 hour streams are all gonna be 2 to 3 hours long. Hey, thank you for the, did it say anonymous? I think it did. Team Wildwood, thank you for the 12 months. I appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Gonna head off for half-price books soon. I keep hearing about half-price books. Buying more movies? Nice. Okay. Yeah, I keep hearing about that store. Alright, here's the plan. A specific day. What did I say? 5/7? Whoops. Come on, May. Where are you at? Alright, cool. Add another. Okay. So me and Wildwood are trying to like figure out when to do more zero tolerance. My life is just such chaos with all the travel. We'll figure it out. I'll send you a new picture of my calendar, Wildwood. So maybe not the 9th or the 10th, 11th, because he's saying that's Mother's Day. Is that true? For those of you that have mothers, is that true? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. BMB? That's not how that worked at all. Basically what we're doing for everybody... I'm having like a stroke or something. Okay. May 11th is Mother's Day? Got it. So. If I have a child. Funny you should mention that. I'm not having a child. There has been like a lot of conversation about children here lately though. And not from the usual suspects. It's been goddamn odd. Matter of fact, several of us here have been having dreams about babies. Also weird. Messing with wife anything. The fuck are you talking about, baby? Stop. I know, Sean. I know. I know! Bun Buns and I were sitting at dinner with some people. And they were talking about, like a couple of 3 that had all of their genetic material turned into one baby. Which then immediately, like, we all went down the rabbit hole of Googling that shit. Which apparently is not legal in the United States and is to, like, get past, like, birth defects or something. So I have more questions for the lady we had dinner with. Most of them start with, what the fuck? That was an interesting conversation. The hell was I doing here? Y'all are all welcome for that derail, by the way. You hate that? That it's illegal in the United States? Agreed. That's what you meant, right? There's more to this story that I'm not sharing with y'all. Just feel left out or something. I don't know. Metal Helsing. Must be that one. Redacted. Is that going to be the 10th? No. We're jumping to the 12th now. Why are there 20 games called The Gap? I don't know which one it is. Maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. Two. Puddle. On the 15th. This is a game I bought in a box a long time ago and have never gotten to. This Devastation game. Resistance Breeds Revolution. Strange title. We'll just go with that, I guess. Not coming up. On the 16th. Devastation followed by Extermination? Good. Oh, this is that PS2 game. Yeah. Okay. Had this for a long time. Alright, and 15.5, 9:55. Dino Punk, welcome to Sin City. He's going on that Monday, I guess. Leaving me that Tuesday off. Okay. We have a schedule now. We have a schedule. What happened here? Okay, so this is wrong. Fiber hub. Okay, that's changed. Yeah, that's the right game. That's the box I have. Cool. Okay. Those are my scheduled streams. I'm not sure if Like an Apple is going to be doing Beyond Good and Evil this Saturday. It's kind of our only weekend together, like, this month at this point. Because we've been running around so much. So, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Let me find it. So, you see, we need to spend time together. I would like to, one of the things she wants to do is go to the farmer's market, which I really want to do too. But we're also talking about like brewing beer, which, you know, at the end of the day takes months to do. Because we had some hops left over from last year, so we like to try to make something out of it before it gets too old, because this year's hops vines are growing now. Also got to spend some time in the yard working on stuff because it's gotten out of control and nobody's mowed it yet. Which is probably what I'm going to go tackle a little bit of now before I go to my periodontal appointment. Adulting? Yeah. The grass is higher than one pass with the mower will handle right now. Far worse than yours was looking while I was there. Because we have been getting rain and cooling sunlight. Alright. That's our schedule. The schedule's up. The next two... What do you mean, hey now? I said worse. I said worse. We have a schedule for like 2 weeks of 1 hour streams this month. I'm going to try really hard to stick to that. So you just automatically take offense to things. Whatever. We're going to tackle... If I don't get sicker than I am right now, this week we're going to tackle Stalker Call of Pripyat. We know that allegedly the... Hey Nukem, good to see you. Hey now, Outcast. Yes, exactly. I know that song. Allegedly, this month, my collector's edition... I'll always keep you around, Bud Months. The collector's edition of Stalker 2 should be showing up or shipping. So we should have that by end of May. So hopefully we're going to start that soon. But we want to get Call of Pripyat done. Anytime that we have before I leave for New Jersey next week, we're going to spend in Call of Pripyat. If we get some extra days next week, we're going to work on Build Engine games, which we're still trying to get through this year. Still the plan. Life is Strange 2 was a detour. Is there anything else I want to recap on right now? Just that this year is gonna be... We're gonna do as much as we can. But it's busy. A lot of big life changes happening in the next 365 days. A lot of travel. I warned y'all this was coming. Remember last October when I was like, holy shit, life is upside down now. Yeah, it kept happening. Also health problems that nobody saw coming. Alright. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Oh man, y'all. You're gonna laugh at me. You're gonna laugh at me pretty hard. I have had, on more than one occasion, a nightmare that I have woken up from where I ended my stream without raiding somebody. That shit woke me up from a dream. And I woke up mad at myself. It has been a fucking thing. Apparently raiding is very important to me. As recently as like 3 days ago. And I'm pretty sure my ex-wife was also in that dream, but the thing that woke me up... the thing that woke me up was not raiding at the end of my stream. Oh man, I've had like 3 of those dreams in the last 2 weeks. I feel weird admitting that happened, but it's fucking funny. Yeah, I didn't raid your dream! And we've had a lot of really weird dreams recently, yeah. And her shrieking strings have felt an evil presence coming at him with a knife. Oh man. Bezos just like standing over me. Why you no raid? Don't you know that's how you build communities? Actually, it would be like myself standing over me saying that. That's my tagline. Bezos doesn't give a fuck about raids. Okay. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. The plan is I gotta go. I'm gonna try to get some yard work done, and then I gotta go to the periodontist. I got an appointment here in about an hour. Tomorrow, if I'm not feeling worse than I am today, and I don't get like horrible emergency news from the periodontist over this hole that's forming where the surgery was, which I imagine I am. So we're gonna play it by ear. But tomorrow about noon, we should be starting some long plays of Call of Pripyat. That's my plan. That's the one I really want to stick to. But I did also catch whatever my wife brought back from France, and I am feeling it. Why do people have their channel set to follower only? And thank you for the warning, Twitch it. Let's go over to Liquison. They're doing a game called Thaumaturge. I don't know anything about it. Could be set to fart noises only. I unfollow channels that do that. I'll be honest. I hate when I'm like chilling in a stream and there's just suddenly fart noises. That'll get a tab closed real fast for me. I'm a high class girl who won't sit around in a stream and listen to fart noises. Alright. I love y'all, unless you have fart noises in your stream, and then I don't. So, I hope everybody has a wonderful Tuesday. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping for. Y'all have fun with Liquinson. I don't know how to say it. Let's go ask. Bye.